Okay, hello. So welcome to the Wellness Center workshop, Anxiety Part 2. So my name is Deanna Loziniak. I'm one of the graduate interns with the Wellness Center Counseling Services for this year.
And my name is Tara Messars-Aga, and I'm also one of the graduate interns.
Awesome. So we're really excited that you're joining us today. Just to give you kind of like a brief intro, since this is part 2 in a series, just to let you know about kind of what we went over during part 1. We sort of talked about how does anxiety function? So why it's there, discussing how it kind of operates within the nervous system and can trigger kind of like some fight and flight and freeze responses. On both the parasympathetic and sympathetic nervous systems being impacted in their own ways. And all those things within our nervous system kind of lead us to have this anxious experience in our body, our minds, emotions, all of that stuff. And so what we did during part 1 was talk a little bit about some more in the moment techniques that you can apply that are really portable and convenient. So we did a handful of deep breathing techniques, and we'll review one of those today, but then we're going to be shifting to some new content as well.
And so today we're really going to focus on how we can identify the anxiety that we feel in our bodies, because the anxiety in our bodies affects everybody differently. People hold tension and feel it in so many different places. And so we're going to provide you with some skills, both that you can use in the moment and that you can use preventatively, to first identify where those areas of tension and anxiety and stress might be, and how you can kind of soften them when you feel like they're occurring. And so we're going to guide you through 2 different practices for that today.
Yeah, all right. So we can start off just with, we'll do one breathing technique. We'll do the triangle breathing, which a lot of people find is one of the easier ones to kind of pick up on right away. And so basically what it is it's a pattern of deep breathing where you almost breathe in like an upside down triangle shape. So each side of the triangle will be held for a count of 4, which I'll keep track of so you don't have to worry about that. And we'll go through we'll go through 3 rounds of the triangle breathing. So I'll keep track of all that for you. So when you're ready, you can just kind of get in a comfortable seat or lay down, whatever, works for the space that you're in right now. And I'll invite you to just kind of soften your gaze a little bit, refocus on your breath. And when you're ready, we're going to inhale, hold, and exhale. And inhale, hold, and exhale. And last round, inhale, hold, and exhale. So there you go. That's a quick little review round of triangle breathing. So again, that can be really helpful in the moment, but also can be used like a regular practice as well. So so then the 2 new skills that we're going to be doing are the body scan and a progressive muscle relaxation. So I don't know if Tara, you want to kind of jump in?
So for the body scan, I'm going to guide you through how to do a body scan. And just a quick overview of what a body scan is. It's just taking time to progressively look at each part of your body and how it's feeling in the moment, and how bringing that attention to each part of your body kind of affects it as well. And so it's just time to really look at your whole body and how it's feeling in kind of these separate pieces that it exists in. And so I'm going to invite you to start by making yourself comfortable. You can sit in a chair with your back straight, or you can have it be a little softer with your feet completely on the ground. Or if you prefer, you can even do this standing up. You can lie down and have your head supported if you're lying down, kind of whatever feels most comfortable for you. And so to begin our practice, once you're kind of in a position that feels comfortable to you, I want you to either close your eyes or keep them open and softly gaze to the floor. And so let's start with taking some slow, long, deep breaths. So we're going to start by breathing in fully and exhaling slowly through the mouth. We're going to breathe in again through our nose and exhale through our mouth. And as you do a few more breaths, I want you to feel your stomach expand as you inhale and feel it relax as you exhale. We'll do one more as we inhale and exhale. And so as you're kind of lying down or sitting where you are, I want you to begin to let go of the noises around you and shift your attention away from everything that's around you and bring it into yourself. If you feel like you're being distracted by noises in the room, just notice them and then bring your focus back to your breathing. The first area of the body we want to bring attention to during our body scan is your feet. And so begin by observing the sensations in your feet. You might want to wiggle your toes a little bit. Feel how your toes are within your socks or your shoes or maybe your bare foot. Just notice it without judgment. You might imagine as you breathe that you're sending your breath down to your feet. And as you're breathing out, the breath is traveling all the way up and out through your nose. And then back again as you inhale through your nose and your lungs. And perhaps with your breathing, you're not feeling anything at all. That is fine too. You just want to allow yourself to feel the sensation or notice if there's no feeling or sensation at all. And when you're ready, I want you to take some time to allow your feet to kind of leave your attention and slowly move your attention up to your ankles, your calves, your knees, and your thighs. Observe the sensations you're experiencing throughout your legs. Breathe into and breathe out of your legs. We can do that one more time. Let's breathe into and breathe out of our legs. If your mind begins to wander during the exercise, just gently notice this and don't have any judgment about it. Just bring your attention back and allow yourself to have forgiveness of your mind wandering. Bring your attention simply back to the sensations in your legs. If you notice any discomfort or pain or stiffness in your legs, don't judge this right now. Just simply notice how they're feeling. Observe how all the sensations might rise and fall. They might shift or change as you bring attention to these parts of your body, moment to moment. Notice that none of these sensations are feeling permanent. Just observe and allow the sensations to be in the moment, just as you are. And as we are going to shift our attention away from our legs, I want us to breathe in and out from our legs one more time. And as we shift to our next breath, take a moment to allow your legs to dissolve from your mind. And as we begin to inhale, move your sensations to your lower back and your pelvis. As you breathe in and out, try to soften and release these areas. Slowly move your attention up to your mid-back and your upper back. Become curious about the sensations here. How are they feeling? You may become aware of the sensation muscle, the temperature, or the points of contact with furniture or the bed. And how are these kind of points of contact feeling? Do they feel soft? Do they feel hard? What's going on here? With each inhale and out breath through your mouth, try to let go of the tension that you're carrying. So let's do an inhale and an exhale, letting go of the tension. And then very gently, I want you to shift your focus to your stomach and kind of all of the internal organs here. Perhaps you notice the feeling of the clothing that you're wearing along your front and your stomach. Perhaps you're noticing the process of digestion, or you're just noticing how your belly is rising and falling with each breath. If you notice opinions arising around these areas, gently let these go and return to just noticing the sensations. And as you continue to breathe, bring your awareness to the chest and the heart region and just notice your heartbeat. Now that you're noticing your heartbeat, observe how the chest rises during the inhale and how the chest falls during the exhale. And let go of any judgments that may arise. On the next out breath, I want you to shift your focus to your hands and your fingertips. So let's do a deep inhale and an exhale through your mouth as we shift to your hands and fingertips. And see if you can channel your breathing into and out of this area again. So as you breathe in and out, try to feel it go through your fingertips. And just to remind you again, if you feel like your mind is wandering, just gently bring it back to the sensations in your hands that we're focusing on right now. Now, as we are shifting again to a different part of our bodies, I want you to bring awareness to your arms with our next out breath. So we're going to do a deep inhale and out breath. And so now we should be focusing on our arms. Observe the sensations or lack of sensations that may be occurring here again. You might notice some difference between your left arm and your right arm. No need to judge why this might be. As you exhale, you may experience the arms soften and release some tension. Continue to breathe as you notice how the sensations in your arm might be changing. Now, I want us to shift our focus again to our neck, shoulder, and throat region. So with our next inhale and with our exhale, we're going to shift our focus. So let's do an inhale and an exhale. So this area is often one where we have a lot of tension. So just be with these sensations here. It could be the tightness, it could be rigidity, you could be holding a lot here. You may notice that your shoulder is moving along as you breathe. So as you inhale and exhale, notice the feelings and the movement in your shoulders. I want you to let go of any thoughts or stories that you're holding and telling in this area. As you breathe, you may feel tension rolling off of your shoulders. And next, we want to shift our attention away from our shoulders and neck up to our scalp and our face and our head. And so with the in-breath and the out-breath, let's shift our focus. I want you to observe all of the sensations here and notice the movement of the air as you breathe in through your nose and you exhale through your mouth. And as you exhale, you might notice the softening of any tension you might be holding in this area, but you might notice any other tension that you're holding in your jaw and other parts of your face. So let's just take some time to take a couple deep breaths and notice other parts of our face and our scalp. Inhale, exhale. And now we want to shift our attention to our entire body as a whole. So bring into your awareness the top of your head all the way to the bottom of your toes. Feel the gentle rhythm of your breath as it moves through your body. So let's take some deep breaths here. We'll take 3. So we're going to inhale through our nose, and we're going to do a nice long deep exhale through our mouths. do a deep inhale through our nose and a long, deep exhale through our mouths. Remember to try to think about your whole body right now. And we're going to do one more deep inhale and long exhale through our mouth. And so now, as we're coming to the end of our practice, just take one last full deep breath. Take in all of its energy and exhale fully. So let's do that together. Inhale. Feel your stomach come out. And exhale. And now when you're ready, just take a moment and open your eyes slowly as you return your attention to the present moment and the rest of our workshop together today. And as you're slowly becoming fully alert and awake, consider setting the intention that you want to practice building your awareness of your body as you kind of move through the rest of your day and the rest of your week together. And so we'll give you guys a couple minutes or a couple seconds to kind of come back and prepare for our next activity, which is our progressive muscle relaxation, which Deanna will lead you through.
I really like the body scan too, because as you were saying it, it was reminding me like how much it's just rooted in like non-judgment and kind of like these like mindfulness practices.
Yeah.
It's really nice.
Yeah. And I feel like the forgiveness of your mind wandering is so important in the mindfulness practice, and we're always trying to do it so perfectly, but it's not about doing it perfectly. It's about being kind to yourself and being present in the moment, but being forgiving of whatever present in the moment looks like for you on that day.
Yeah, I love that. Awesome. Okay, so now we're gonna shift gears into kind of like the next one. So I feel like a body scan is really useful to do as like a general check-in, and then the progressive muscle relaxation, I feel like the body scan can almost give you like good information to bring into a progressive muscle relaxation.
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
With the body scan, like I know like as I was doing it, I was noticing like, okay, like my shoulders, my stomach, like that's where I was holding a lot of tension.
Mm-hmm.
And weirdly my right arm too, well I guess not weirdly because I'm trying to not judge myself.
Yes.
I was noticing that like my right arm, I felt like I was like sitting like this almost.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, and it's like different with the dominant and not dominant like arms that we use and things like that.
And so now kind of like having that information for myself, like that can be really useful as like extra areas of focus in the progressive muscle relaxation. Because what that's going to do is kind of like we're going to work through each muscle group within our body and intentionally tense and then release our muscles. And so by doing that, what we're kind of like aiming to do is to intentionally release the tension from our body in a really like conscious and active way. And so through this, we're going to be tensing our muscles for about 5 seconds. And you should be holding the tension not to a point of strain, but just so you can feel it. And also just like be aware of any muscle groups. If you have any kind of like physical injuries or discomfort, feel free absolutely to just skip those muscles. That's totally fine because your safety is way more important. And the progressive muscle relaxation as well is something that a lot of people also find particularly helpful like around bedtime. So it can be something that's really useful if you have any like difficulty falling asleep, or even just want to like take that moment for yourself at the end of the day to check in and kind of relax and prepare for like a really restful sleep. I know some people that I've worked with in the past will say they kind of start the progressive muscle relaxation and then they don't get too far before they fall asleep.
Yeah, it is a very relaxing technique.
So that in my mind, I'm like, great, that means it's working.
Yeah.
So with that, again, going to invite everyone to kind of get in a comfortable position, whatever that looks like for you right now. And I will lead you through a progressive muscle relaxation, and just know as well, in terms of like the body scans and progressive muscle relaxations, Tara and I are using scripts that we like and kind of going through it in our own way, but there's also a really wide range of scripts and things like that available, or even like YouTube videos where you're guided through it, available to you. Because I know, like, at least for myself, like, I struggle to sort of lead myself through these things because it's like a lot for me to hold in my brain and kind of memorize. So I prefer to have kind of like some kind of audio piece. So just know that that's out there for you as well. Okay. So now what we're going to do again, so I'm going to invite you to get comfortable in your space, whatever that looks like. So sitting, laying down, in a space where ideally you're not going to be too interrupted and you can just have a few minutes for yourself. And so draw your attention and your focus only to your body. And if you begin to notice your mind wandering, just bring it back to the muscle that you're focusing on. And so take a deep breath in through your abdomen and hold it for just a few seconds. And exhale slowly. Noticing your stomach rising and your lungs filling with air. Breathing in. And as you exhale, imagine the tension in your body being released and flowing out of your body. And one more inhale. And exhale. And as we go through each step, just remember to keep breathing and making space for those deep breaths. And so to begin, you can soften your gaze or close your eyes if that feels good for you. And tighten the muscles in your forehead by raising your eyebrows as high as you can. And hold that for about 5 seconds. And release. By abruptly releasing, just notice the tension that falls away. And now smile nice and wide, feeling your mouth and your cheeks tense. And release. And just take a moment to appreciate the softness in your face. Next, tighten your eye muscles by squinting your eyelids shut tightly. And release. Next, gently pull your head back as if you were looking at the ceiling. And hold. And release. And feel the tension melt away. Now feel the weight of your relaxed head and neck. Breathe in and out. And now, tightly but without straining, clench your fists and hold this position. And release. And now we're going to move to our biceps. And just be aware that there may be a buildup of tension here. And you may even visualize the muscles as you tense them. So tense. And release. And now tighten your triceps by extending your arms out and locking your elbows. And hold. And release. And now lift your shoulders up as if they could touch your ears. Hold and release, feeling their heaviness. And now we're going to shift to the upper back. And so what we're going to do is try and pull your shoulders back as if you were trying to make your shoulder blades come together. And hold. And release. And now we're going to move to our chest. What we're going to do is we're going to take a deep breath in and hold. And exhale. Releasing all the tension. And now we're going to move to the muscles in our abdomen. So what you can do is just tense your stomach and pull your muscles towards your spine. And hold. And release. And just be aware now of the limpness and the feeling of relaxation in your upper body and what it might feel like to let go of this tension and the stress. So now we're going to shift to our hips and our buttocks. And so you can tense. And release. And now we're going to move to our thighs. And so a good way to bring tension to that area is by pressing your knees together. You can hold. And release. And now moving to your feet, you can pull your toes towards you and feel the tension in your calves. And hold. And release. And now we can move to our feet and curl our toes under our feet and hold and release. And now just take a moment to imagine a wave of relaxation just spreading through your body from your head all the way down to your toes. And take one more breath in and out. And begin to bring your attention back to the room and make small movements like wiggling your toes or moving your hands. And feel welcome to open your eyes or shift your gaze up as you bring your awareness back to your space. And so that's our progressive muscle relaxation. So thank you so much for joining us today with our anxiety workshop part 2. I don't know if there's anything else, Tara, that you kind of wanted to mention before we wrapped up for the day.
That's pretty much it. I just wanted to say that I hope using both of these helps you guys really bring attention to the parts of your body that maybe you weren't aware that you were holding this tension and what was going on before, and that you can use these as well to kind of help relieve some of that tension or find other ways that you can relieve the tension now that you're aware that these things are going on in certain parts of your body for yourself. So, yeah.
Awesome. All right, great. Well, thank you for joining us, and hopefully we'll have the rest of the series posted pretty soon.
Yes.
Thanks.
Bye, everyone.